Hi again. We fixed our tractor and we're driving it, and I was mowing for about 2 hours, and then suddenly we didn't have a reverse again. And there's a torque bracket that connects to the front of the transmission, and that had broken, and it seems to be a common problem. So we're going to go through what we found and how to fix this problem. Okay, so here's another problem with our transmission. If it moves at all up or forward or back, then it throws a linkage off that controls going forward and back. And right here you can see that this bracket broke right here again. Right here it started here and broke all the way down here. Sorry. It broke right here and moved all the way forward and broke along here to this point. And so this has been welded. We bought this off of eBay, but there seems to be a problem with them all breaking there. And now you can see here that this is where this fits down in here. And this is another one that we welded and put together. And we also need to make sure that these here are tight, because there's no tab or anything that holds this axle from spinning. And so every time you go forward and back or change directions, you're putting stress on that front bracket. And to reach some of these bolts, we had to take the battery out and get up underneath there. Get some of this out and get it together. So we got nice and lucky, and everything's bolting upright. Managed to get everything lined up. And now we're loosening the U-bolts that hold the axle in. And then we're going to let it center with our bracket with the new weld on it, and then tighten these back up so that our transmission is centered. And then we're going to have to go back and readjust our linkage.
Because it had to have been twisting in these U-bolts.
Exactly. Our whole transmission, everything was twisting in the U-bolts and throwing our linkage off so it wouldn't go into reverse.
So all I'm doing is I'm releasing the tension on the U-bolts. I'm just releasing the tension on the U-bolts, and then I just loosen one side, one bolt, and then what I'm going to do, now that we know that the transmission mount is pulling it up even, we know the transmission mount's pulling it up even, I'm going to tighten these back up, because this differential has been spinning inside this axle housing has been spinning inside these U-bolts every time the mount breaks, because it torques the opposite way that you're going. Okay, I'm tightening this one down now.
Okay.
You can see back in here, where did I keep leaving my, here we go. You can see these bolts are right back here for the transmission mount. And you can you have to lay a 9/16 wrench and hold it from this side and get the nut on the other side then. On the inside, you have to get the nut. It's down up underneath here. Now if you come around here, I can show them where that is on the other side.
Okay, just a second here.
Comes through there. And they're not the easiest thing to get to.
Okay, shine your light sideways from it a little bit. There, I can see it. Not directly on it.
Huh?
Not directly on it.
Okay.
There it is, underneath the other side. All right.
And then tighten those up, and then there's a clip on this side here. There's a clip on this side here that holds your wiring bundle up. And that'll go up underneath here, underneath the nut. And then this holds your wiring bundle up out of the way. It actually will go this way, and it'll hold the wiring bundle out of the way. So ratchet wrench like this, because you don't have much clearance. and they're 9/16.
So this is kind of proven to be a two-person job. He's holding the nut from underneath there, and I'm getting the one up in the top end here, and it's taking a long time, little bitty turns.
You want to see if that other one is turning on me now?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over here.
Oh, wait a minute, I can maybe feel it.
Okay,
No, I can't quite.
now let me get my wrench.
I don't think it's turning.
Now let me get my wrench over here. So he's kind
I don't
of,
think it's turning.
okay, no it's not actually, but I can get a wrench on it here. There. So get you an extra hand in here if you can.
Oh, gosh.
You
Yeah,
get it?
I had quite a deal taking this thing.
Yeah, he took these out himself, and it's amazing that he was
Now
able
it's
to.
not, my ratchet ain't working because it's spinning too easy. Let's see here.
Okay.
I get it by hand.
Let me see. So, go ahead. This is how that mount sits in there.
This is how the mount sets in there. And these are the bolts we had to get to. It goes down back and hooks onto the transmission.
And how lucky we are that welding that back together, everything lined up again.
And you can see that,
You're too close with the light.
okay, you can see that at the back edge here, you see how that rises up compared to, here's how the mount would be stock. Like this. This is how the mount would be stock. And it breaks right at this little piece here. It breaks. It breaks right there.
Okay, you're too close with the light.
Okay?
Yeah, okay, there you are.
It breaks right there where that sharp edge is, where it joins. And so what I did, you can see a little buildup. I put a little 1/4-inch rod on the back side of that and welded it on the back side where that wants to break. Let's see if I could get my finger in there. You can see it right here. This is all built up. I put a piece of 1/4-inch rod and I welded it. I shaped it and I welded it in there so it really beefs that area up real good. That area that breaks.
Very good.
And that would be the 1/4-inch rod I just welded right across this here.
Okay, and then we had to kind of take the spring off our belt tensioner to get them wires out of the way and get them back up in there. Remove our belt.
Let's see.
And then we've got our wires back up, but our pulley's going to pull over to the left quite a ways, so it'll be away from those wires once we get the spring back on. Okay, getting that little spring back on that pulley, it was easiest to take the nut off the top of the pulley.
What is it?
I'm talking to the movie here. Got the spring in the port that it goes in on the bracket over to the left there, and then I was able with the pair of needle nose vice grips, get that and pull over that bolt pretty easy, and then just put the nut back on it. So what I didn't mention was when this torque bracket breaks and the transmission is allowed to move and twist, it throws your linkage all off, and that's why you lose a reverse or lose forward, because it's changing the angle of the transmission in there, and therefore your linkage is not working right. So when you get it all back together, you may have to adjust your linkage again to get you forward and reverse in proper synchronization and proper dispersive power. But thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one maybe.